I thought this was supposed to be about stocks. Where?
Well, all right, dudes. Some dum 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 dum. Listening to some of my old techno tapes from 1992. Ask me why. Ask me why I'm listening to techno from 92. Man, that stuff is so in my brain from all those years ago. As soon as I listened to it, I remember exactly where I was and exactly how I was feeling. And that's why every once in a while I bust out the old techno tapes just to get me all riled up. Oh man, I already shut it because I don't want to infringe on anybody's copyright. Copyright. So I want to introduce you to my friend. This could be you. We've been making so much money. I bought a chair. I've been using this chair since not going to get rid of this chair because this is the chair, and if you could believe this is the chair. This chair I've been using since the beginning. This is a 20-year-old chair, if you can freaking believe it. Oh, you should believe it, considering I have clothing from high school that I still wear. So you could sure as hell believe I have a chair from 1998. I would never get rid of my chair. Not only did I not want to get rid of this chair, I took this chair like a freaking lunatic from my office in the city, down the subway stairs, onto the subway, rode it sitting in the chair on the subway, took it off the subway, wheeled that shit to my car, and drove it home that day when our office closed back in the day. But I do have a new fancy chair because my wife said I need to get a new chair. She thinks there might be stuff growing in the chair, and we had a fight about the chair, so I went out and bought myself a chair. But know what this chair represents? This chair represents you. You, by following me in this chair, I could change your life. Because what I did today, and as you know, I started a new job, because of the stock picks I've been giving to some guys, they handed me a boatload of cash, and they said, why don't you come and work with us? So I said, okay, why not? Even though I don't really like leaving the house now, but I figured let me go venture out, try my luck. Before we even get started, I want to apologize to an email I sent yesterday to my buddy Scott. He's been debating whether or not he wants to make our room a new home for him and join up as one of the disciples of the Glick Fund. I wrote him an email saying, I don't want you in the room while you're making a decision to join us or not. That's completely what I didn't want to say. What it meant to say, what it was supposed to say, because I use the voice to text and then I hit send, and I've sent some really awful emails in the past. Most of them come out to be like disturbingly homosexually gay, homosexually like really rancid. I once sent an email, I was trying to say something and it came out like, I want to rape your ass next time I see you. And I was like, oh man. But what I meant to say is I don't mind you hanging out in the room while you're making a decision. Even better is what's been going on right now. And this has been fantastic because, I've been opening up the room a little bit more, wider and wider. As long as I vet you out, I don't want anybody coming into my room.
Where's the pick? Where's all your stuff? Oh, I thought you know. Okay.
Take them out! Cookies are burning. Oh God. Oh, these are so hot. Oh my God. Techno music and baking cookies. What do you think's going on in my house right now? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, somebody. Oh, what am I doing? Hold on a second.
I thought this was supposed to be about stocks.
I'm having a good time when I'm cracking myself up right now. Oh man, I made a video yesterday and I was ripping into all these people, and my computer crashed in the middle of it. I thought it saved it, and I see nothing has been saved. I actually thought, I tell you so, I've been kind of on the outs with my health lately. You wonder why. what was I saying? Oh, I made this video. Greg Mananero, Jason Bond, Tim Sykes, Stock Traders Hideout. Oh, but I'm going to sum it all up for you. But wait, before we get started, new chair. I invite you to my home. Come into my home, and I will let you sit with me right here in the fancy new chair to see what goes on as a witness. Be a witness. So the way I'm doing it now, this is awesome. I'm letting you come into the room. I'll give you my ideas. I will show you some strategies. I will give you more ideas. I will show you more strategies. I will give you the day trading ideas, the swing trading ideas, the investment ideas, and all my mental ramblings that everybody comes to know and love for nothing. So the point I'm trying to make here is that I'll make you the money so then you could reciprocate that money back to me, so then it's a zero-sum game. I make you the money, you pay the subscription fee or the entrance fee to the amusement park of trading, and you're a member for life for nothing. There's no, if I don't make you money within a month, then you know I'm a fraud, you know I'm a loser, even though it could be just a bad month.
I have been doing this 20 years, bro. Bro, I have been.
Oh, you know what it was? I've been feeling like crap for 2 days. No, I've been feeling like crap since I got back from Jamaica. My kids were sick. My wife got sick. I woke up yesterday just got like a ton of bricks on me. Oh my God. You could smell those cookies from here. If you only had smell-o-vision. All right, so what better enticement? There's no obligation, no subscription fee, no risk to you, ladies and gentlemen. You come on in, I'll make you money so then you could pay for the class with the money that I make you. Woo-hoo-hoo! Who's better than me? Nobody. So let's talk about Alcoa, you freaks. You do realize it's been 3 years, right? Since Alcoa, what was that, remember that day when it hit 17 and reversed and I gave up on Alcoa? And when Greg Mananero, is it Mananero or Manarino? Still don't know, still don't care. He said he loved Alcoa at 18, at 17, and that was justification enough for me to sell it. Now, before we start ripping into the Manarinos and the Mananeros and the Tim Sykeses and the Jason Bonds, again, I also feel free to rip upon me because I blow. I suck a big one. Remember, I'm the guy that bought all those stocks at the lows, sold them midway, and then just, held on to a few things, and I didn't get rich, so who am I to talk about anybody, right? But let's talk about what happened today, because the reason I don't lose faith or I guess I've lost my sanity way long ago. The reason I don't go completely batshit insane and just murder people out in the street and start robbing old folks is that I know I'll wake up tomorrow and there'll be something else, like the MRO, like the WLL, and of course the Devon Energy. 3 stocks that we spend an hour and a half talking about the chart patterns and the setups that were hovering near the VWAP, possibly breaking out with the 180-day VWAP. You do remember me talking about the 100-day VWAP, right? Maybe you don't even know what the 180-day VWAP is. That would be 180 days worth of VWAP. So when I look at a 1 day, that's a 1 day, and a 5 day, it's a 5 day. It's a 180-day VWAP. And lo and behold, all these stocks have been going to it. So I've been sticking with the pattern because one thing I learned about the stock market is if you find something that works, generally you keep doing it until it stops working. Yeah, that's how we found the RLYP. And I got to get to that too. Well, let's get to it now because I'm going to have OCD. The RLYP, let me just tell you right now, I don't know what they do. I appreciate the few emails I got from you biotech bonanza maniacs out there that are asking me about the drugs that they do and whether or not they think the approval, if I think the approval is going to come through, and whether or not the efficacy of their drug and this, that, and the other thing. No idea. RLYP is just RLYP to me. I didn't even know they were a drug stock, nor do I care. ICPT doesn't matter. Don't know what they do. SRPT couldn't give a shit. That's ICPT, Sarepta, because I know the name because it's almost like the symbol, and RLYP. No idea what ICPT even means, what the company's name is, nor do I care. Don't know what RLYP is. Repressa, maybe? I don't know. Sarepta. The only reason I can remember that is, I don't even know if that is. Sarepta? I don't know. I don't care. I don't know what kind of energy Devon Energy makes. I don't know what Marathon Oil produces, whether they're a refiner or distributor. Don't care. Don't care about Whiting Petroleum, whether or not they're a distiller, if it's West Texas crude or light sweet, your mother, doesn't matter. It's the chart patterns, the VWAP, the momentum, the short squeezes, and all that stuff. It's all about symbols and prices. None of this matters, nor do I give a shit if it did matter. Economic data, rig reports, oil doesn't matter. Oh, you think oil matters? No. Oil might be a catalyst from a month ago. Oil could go to 35 or 45 right now, and some of these stocks are going to break out anyway. Now, let's talk about Alcoa, right?
Why wasn't it down? Those were terrible earnings. I thought the stock would be hammered because it's a bull market.
But you know what? The thing about Alcoa, that stock has sucked before the market was going down. There's really no reason to own Alcoa anymore, except that you're going to get this spin-off, which, again, to the guy that thought it was coming in January, February, March, it's going to be May soon. So we only got 7 more months. Remember when they said it would be sometime? And it's going to be a year since they announced it. So maybe the guy I spoke to at Alcoa actually did mean what he said, and they said it might not happen until 2017. Again, I haven't heard any updates, nor do I care. When it happens, it happens. Maybe Alcoa will be $8 by then or $10 by then. Who knows? Don't care. Don't care, because all I cared about today was MRO. We traded that so well yesterday, we even shorted MRO to the pullback area. And I said that is where you want to be buying the stock and using that area as a stop in case this thing breaks out from $12.16 to a possible move to $13 and then $13.90. Didn't think it would happen the next day, but thank God we had a little bit of it, right? And again, once again, little bit of it. I think what you do, if you need to do, is sit in this chair, and when you see me saying, hey, let's start building a position, you say, fuck this shit. We ain't building dick. I'm going full balls deep. Because since the January low or where the February low is, each time I've got into a couple of hundred shares of a stock as a starter, as a feeler, as a let's see what happens kind of position, next thing you know, they become monsters. WLL, MRO, and I finally had to just put my pride aside because I'm going to wait for Devon Energy to come back to my price. This is a bull market, people. Some stocks just don't come back. They're gone. And you just got to pony up the cash and play the breakout. Devon Energy. I don't know what kind of energy Devon makes. Whether there's a fella named Devon who runs the company, I don't care. The stock is headed towards 1-800 8-day VWAP, and that's all I care about. And you know what? They've all been working. The ATI, the FCX, the KMI, and then the pot. And then the pot. We were just joking around. I was like, wow, I never thought I'd see it back here at $15.50. Maybe we should buy some. Next thing you know, we put on a little bit more. You know, we own it already. We're losing money on it. I'll say it. I'll say it loud and proud. Say it loud! Say it proud! I'll say it. We bought that bitch at $16.75 again. It was up to $17.50. We didn't dump it. Because you know what? It was a feel a lot. It was a start a lot. The idea was we bought a little bit hoping it would go down so then we could buy more like we did today. And you know what? Cost averaged all the way down. You know, we brought it down and then it managed to get back over 16 and we sold it. I still got 100 shares, but we did cost average to the point where now pot could move down and it doesn't even matter. Nothing matters. Nothing matters until it doesn't, like ICPT, right? Oh, you want to know the story with the ICPT, right? I love my fella on Facebook. I appreciate your concern, by the way. And I'm being genuine. I appreciate your concern, telling me how maybe I should consult the chart next time I do a trade. Maybe I shouldn't get mad at the stock going down. I should just use the charts more. That might help me. I appreciate your concern. I appreciate that sentiment.
And I appreciate that idea of using charts to figure out where stocks are going to go. That's genius shit right there. But seriously, ICPT, the reason I got into it was the same chart pattern that I've been seeing on those energy stocks. Now, sure, it would have been great if I would have sold some stock short against the call position that we had to lock into the profit, but I didn't. Because we had the 180 calls. Remember, we had the 170, 180 call spread. We also had the 160, 180 call spread. So all in all, it wasn't a disaster. It just could have been a lot better because we made money on the stock. The stock itself paid for all our option positions. So whatever, it was a wash. Could have been a lot better, obviously, but we wound up washing it. Nah, I'm not even going to say we washed it. We lost money. Sorry. I don't even want to say it. Overall, I got to say probably a $400 or $500 loss. Just to be frank with you. Who the fuck is Frank? All right. Anyway, this video that I touched all the bases. I didn't touch the base I wanted to touch, so I'll get to it right now before my head explodes. I might come back later because I'm pretty wired right now. And we got that green line going across too. My computer's just screwy. Hold on. All right, I think it's back to working. So here's what I want to say. For all these guys out there. Now, I've been getting, for some reason, I've been getting a lot of emails and a lot of posts on the YouTube videos to go back and make fun of Greg Mananiero. Why the hell would I make fun of this guy? Okay? I don't know what he does, what he doesn't do. He says that the market's going to crash imminently for the last 3 years, and that's where the joke is. But he does disclose that even though he thinks the entire system is going to self-implode and that you should be buying gold and silver, that there are opportunities to be buying stocks and making money. That sounds pretty familiar. So I can't hate the guy. I just don't like the fact where he's saying that you should be pulling all your money out of the market and that you should be going short and everything. There's guys like that, but he's not one of them. But the funny thing is, not only cannot condemn this guy anymore, because again, his philosophy, and I'm sorry about this thing, I'm working on a computer from 1987. I think it's a Commodore 64. I don't even know what this is. What the hell am I doing? I gotta get a couple of new computers. Anyway, it's cool, right? It's like, you don't know what's going on, and it's freaking out. Let me see, maybe I can stop it there. Nope, that made it worse. Do like the Fonz, right? Hey, stop. Let me check it one more time. Nope. It's getting worse. I wonder what that is. Is that like a signal from the Matrix? Because I don't know what the hell's going on right now, but I'll work through it. Oh, wait, I think it went away. There's no reason to make fun of the guy. And like somebody in the comments says that I'm jealous that he's got 37,000 subscribers. Therein lies the psychopathic nature of YouTube. Now, maybe I should entitle every video "The End of Days is Here," imminent crash, and then give you stock picks, and maybe everybody would love me too. But I've been pretty dead on with a lot of stuff I've said over the last 10 years, and I don't get 37. I don't got not 37,000 subscribers, so I don't know how he does it, but kudos to you. But I want to say something more importantly about Greg is that on his webpage, he actually said exactly what I was going to say in a video, or maybe I even said it a couple of weeks ago. If everybody's talking about how bad the earnings are going to be, market's going up. He said it. He said it. I say it. I agree. If everybody's saying how awful the earnings are going to be,
That shit's baked in, baby. We only go higher.
the only time we're going lower, the only time this market's actually going to go down, UVXY has to go up 3 days in a row, and the QQQ has to break 106.80. Until that point, I don't give a shit about this up and down bullshit, this oscillation. I don't give a fuck. You understand? There's levels. Yeah, you're not going to pick the top. But if the market actually is going to downtrend and you wait till 106.80 to sell, but now we actually have higher targets. 106.80 is that could be the floor, or that could be the make or break moment. Now we got the 108 from today. Oh, you thought the market was going down, didn't you? UVXY going up, Qs were going down, all hell was breaking loose, ooh, and just like that, reality set in, the market never goes down. But we got some levels. I'm not going to give you all the levels, I got to pay for something here, right? So, you're going to have to sacrifice a little bit of money. First of all, if the UVXY gets over 25 at this point, it actually might be a little bit of a concern. 30, come on, I mean, then the whole world might be coming to an end. But now with all these other stocks, the MROs and the all that crap, they look like they're all breaking out. But some of these stocks are up 200%. So you're in that limbo zone where profit taking makes sense, but yet the breakouts are crushing the shorts, and it's kind of difficult to trade. But you stick with the 1 or 2 or 3 that are breaking out the most, and you put some stops on them. And again, it all comes down to just putting a stop on and believing, right? All of this works because there's belief, right? You believe that this stock's going to go higher. And then somebody else believes after you, and they believe and they believe and they believe. Earnings? You think it matters? Do you think U.S. Steel's earnings fundamentals have changed so dramatically over the last 35 days that the stock has the net value of the company, the market cap of the company has tripled. FCX tripled. Has the earnings warranted a move of a market cap triple? No. So it's not earnings, it's not economic data, it's not what these companies even do. It's symbols, prices, fear, greed, and short squeezes. That's it. Earnings are your catalyst that maybe last for 2 or 3 days. And everybody's wondering why stocks go down after they report a good report. Are you still wondering that? Have I gone over that rule? Sell on the news, the whole thing? Come on. Why do they go down when they report good numbers? Because Joe Schmo 3 weeks ago was betting that they would have good numbers. The good numbers came out, he wins, he sells. That's why they go down, unless it's some extraordinary mind blitzkrieg of a number that the stock goes higher. All right. I promise you, I don't want to keep going on this video because it's getting too long. I got to talk about the greatest stock I've ever seen in my entire life. And I had to take a picture of it because if you're ever going to expose somebody, if you're ever going to go after somebody, right? If you're ever going to try to find out who the real criminals are on Wall Street, I'll give you a heads up. Bear with me. The real criminals, here they are. 1 minute. Any day now. Any freaking day now. StockHideout.com. I just want to give you the... All right, so, I guess we'll do it now. I get an email. Over the last 20 years, I've joined every freaking website there is, so I get freaking billions of emails. But these penny stock emails are the best. We found the stock. We started the week off with a great gainer, so we want to give you this next one. If you missed the Alibaba IPO, I want you to meet SCPD. Blah, blah, blah. And they go through it. They give RSI, price, they give MACDs, histograms, and they talk about how this is looking like for a 50% move. And here's the best thing. 2 days later, they talk about the success in SPCD. They sent me another email. Now that we've had such a success with SPCD, we want to give you our new one. So I took a look at SPCD the day after that the numbers came out, or I got the email. I'm gonna try to figure out now, does this look like a success to you? The stock opened up, I think at 54, went up 5 cents, and then cratered 56%. By the way, the name of the company is Star Century Bandejo Corp. Pandaho. It's Pandejo, but if you say it quickly, Pandejo, I think that's a Spanish word for something. I'm not sure if I actually went through this with you already, but Star Century Bandejo Corp. Bandejo, right? That's the stock you want to buy. But these guys get away with it because obviously there's enough suckers out there that they keep sending these emails out, and they have a chat room. They send these emails. They got people working for them. Somebody's making money. But here I am trying to give good advice, sound advice, knowledgeable ideas with good returns, minimum risk for a medium reward, yet still I get plagued. I'm not, well, not plagued as I used to be, but where are you people? I should have 50,000 people in this room aghast at what I do. How did he do that again? I can't believe the WLL. Oh my God, the MRL. But yet, these guys give out stocks, and they could claim success because they told you to buy the stock at 50, and it opened up at 53 for one tick, and then went down 56%. So they could say, well, it opened up at 53, you had a chance to sell it. Right? Come on, man. Go after the real criminals. Stock hideout. Penny stock chat rooms. God damn. For the love of God, come hang out with the master, because there is none other. And before my head spontaneously combusts one day, get to know me. Holy shit. Because I'm seeing things. What the...